Hi, this is Todd Olthoff, and welcome to another edition of Screencasts Online. With the growth of the iPad and iPad OS, there are more and more powerful applications that are being designed specifically for the iPad, including photo editing applications. Most of these applications are not necessarily built with touch-first interfaces, but Skylum Software has attempted to do so with its new app called Luminar for iPad. Luminar for iPad is a combination of dials and sliders that make editing your photos more interesting. In this screencast, we're going to look at a few editing workflows to see how Luminar for iPad stacks up against the competition in the photo editing space. So this is Luminar for iPad, and it's over on the App Store for the iPad. And again, this is specifically for the iPad. They do not have an iPhone version. If we just scroll down here, we can see the pricing. They do have an in-app purchase. And as you can see here, you can use it monthly for $4.99, for 6 months for $19.99, or you can use it for 12 months for $29.99. So that's how you would purchase the application. I already have it installed, so let's go ahead and go over and take a look at it for the first time. Now, as soon as you launch Luminar for iPad, you get this interface, which is a copy of what you would normally see in your photo library for Apple Photos. So everything is here, and you can get quick access to it. And you can see I've created a folder over here just for our particular screencast here, but all of my other images are available to me, anything that I have in Apple Photos. I can also bring in photos from other sources. I can bring them in from the camera directly if I wanted to take pictures with my iPad. I typically don't do that, but it's a feature that's available. Or I can find other photos by tapping the folders icon here, and I go right into choosing the folder where my photos may live, and then I can import them from here. So now as we look at the interface, what I'm going to do is just select a photo, and as soon as I do that, it will take me into the interface itself. So we're going to look at several workflows today and kind of put the app through its paces. So what I'm going to do is start with looking at portraits, and then we're going to look at landscape photography, and then we'll look at cityscapes. And we'll use those as our ways to work through the application to see all of the features that are available. So we'll go ahead and get started. We're going to go and select a portrait photo first. So we'll just tap on this. And it takes us right into the Luminar interface. Now, there's a couple of things to take a look at here. Very simple interface when you look at it at first. Across the top, we've got a back arrow. This will take me back into the photos library. I've got something where I can undo and redo. There's a cropping tool. Right here, there is an erase tool. It gives me information about the particular photo, including the ISO, the focal length, the aperture, and the shutter speed. I've got a menu right here that I can pull up that has my account, and if I want to include sound or not while I'm doing my edits. And so it'll make little sounds as I'm doing particular dial turns and things like that. And then just some information about support and privacy policy and all of that. I've got a share button right here that I can select if I want to share what I've edited. And then I've got the interface down the side over here, and then I've got a spin dial over here for the particular mode I might be in. And so let me just show you, just to give you an idea. I'm going to select the develop here. You can see that I've got a different set of buttons here. And you can see I've got sliders and things to turn, which really takes advantage of the iPad's interface, where other editing applications won't look quite like this. They'll look similar to what you see on a desktop. This is what makes this particular application unique in terms of its interface. But we're going to go into that a little more as we look at editing a photo. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that down. And we're going to come over here to the different modes. So I've got a mode here for a filter. I've got one for skies. There is the ability to do sky replacement, and we're going to look at that when we take a look at landscapes. And then I've got my develop mode over here where I can do all of my different edits to the photo, the typical things that you might think of when you're editing a photo. So with all of that in mind, that's the interface. So let's go ahead and get started by editing this portrait.
That's just a quick preview of one of this week's Apple-related tutorials from Screencasts Online. Screencasts Online is your premium source of Apple-related video tutorials. All of our members get access to brand new, up-to-date tutorials each week, as well as unlimited access to our entire video archive full of Mac and iOS related tutorials. You can stream and download all of our videos on your Mac, iPad and iPhone, and even your Apple TV using the members-only Screencasts Online Apple TV app. Membership also includes a complimentary subscription to the Digital Screencasts Online monthly magazine, published each month and packed with videos, articles, reviews, as well as hints and tips covering all aspects of the Mac, iPad, iPhone, and all of the other fantastic Apple products. So, if you're ready to start getting the most out of your Apple devices, visit screencastsonline.com today and become a Screencasts Online member.